All right, from whichever corner of the globe that you hail from, good morning and good evening, town folks. Once again, it's the weekend, baby, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Wrap. I'm joined tonight by once again ODT Reaper
Hey, what's up, everybody?
and also by Mr. Nelson, aka Keep That Bear in Mind, who hails from the TD podcast crew.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. And just again, thank you graciously to our host, Mr. Boss, for just providing us with this platform to get together, to conversate, to knock out this news, and definitely inform y'all of things that, let's say, you don't know about, you know about, and we just go from there. So let's get it.
All righty, and so we're gonna go ahead and while getting into it, we're gonna go ahead and get into the news. And starting off with the news, has either of you had a chance? Well, I know in your case, ODT. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't have my Series X either. But did either of you got to download and try out Dragon Quest? What was it? 11, I think it is.
No.
No, sir, that is a negative. I have
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm the only one that grabbed it. I haven't got to start it up yet, but the thing is, I'm familiar with it because the one person in our household that does have a PS4, he bought it for that about God, I think like I guess you could say like over two yeah about over 2 years ago. So I'm familiar with the game, but the game came out. It was launched for the Xbox today. And the reason why this is very significant news is mainly because of the fact that for the first time ever, as far as the Dragon Quest series goes, a non-Asian platform, console platform, has been graced by what has to be pretty much the the granddaddy of the genre. So when a lot of people think, or when they think JRPGs, the first thing that jumps in their mind is, oh yeah, Final Fantasy. And when they think about like what started it all, what kickstarted it all over here, everybody thinks Final Fantasy. When in all honesty, the first was actually Dragon Quest, which came out originally on the 8-bit NES. But the thing is that if you was to ask between the two, which one actually managed to grab a good foothold over here in the West, it was definitely Final Fantasy. Whereas over there in Japan, it was Dragon Quest. So so go ahead and bring this home. For the first time ever, Dragon Quest has finally came to the Xbox, and this is big news. I mean, especially to me because I myself am a very huge JRPG fan, and I mean, I'm really enjoying this. I'm like ear to ear grin because to me it's like sooner or later, whether they liked it or not, they were going to have to, go ahead and release that iron grip off of that title because out of so many titles that Square has, there's still so many that has never graced the Xbox yet, and this is one of them. And I hope that this is like the beginning of so many more because right now it's their usual pick that they like to run to is not really, I guess you could say, giving them the same shred of limelight that they're so used to having.
Mhm.
That same level of favoritism, they're not getting that because, as we all are kind of aware of, Sony is showing more interest in the Western market now, because that's what's pulling in all the money and getting all the hardware. Because Japan is a mobile first nation. This generation, I think, is going to be a little bit more different because their pre-orders over there have sold out. The pre-orders for both the Xbox Series X and S have sold out, and we're talking about over in a country that's supposed to be mobile only. But this generation, I think that's going to slowly kind of shift. But for anybody who's in the chat that is listening, and for those of you that watch this video later, as Mr. Tim Warren from The Verge stated in his tweet regarding this news, I will go ahead and pass this on to all of you. Please do try this game out. Give it a spin. Download it, play it. It's if you got Game Pass, it's free on Game Pass to try out. And definitely, I want to say definitely get to social media and just share your thoughts and views about it. Let Square Enix, let all these Japanese developers know that you're trying this game. These are your thoughts on it. You enjoyed it, or you thought it was meh, whatever it is. But the important thing is get the analytics out there so that they see and understand that, okay, I guess maybe we were wrong about shunning the Xbox. Maybe we all should give it a try. So that's my little soapbox spiel on it. What are your thoughts on this, ODT?
Well, I was actually I've had a fun day so far, so I feel if I sound a little bit hesitant or slow, I apologize. I've been very energetic all day long. I think no matter what the player wants, it's going to eventually give the players the best bang for their buck. No matter if you're on a PS5 or a Series X or even a Series S. Shout out to Sega Man, because I liked his actual opinion on that, because it's like, even though it costs less and even though it's less value, it still gives you more bang for your buck. It's just, smaller. That's kind of the idea. But the Series X, has the humongous heat, power, grip to it, but they still haven't gotten the universal update to make everything work correctly just yet. Keyword. Yeah. Gotta be patient, please.
Yeah. And what about you, Mr. Nelson?
Well, for the most part, I have to say that you brought up something that I don't think a lot of people are taking into consideration when it comes to not specifically Game Pass, but just the fact of how many games are already out there that are very heavily supplied in certain marketplaces than others. And the thing is this, it's great that you have Dragon Quest on the Xbox platform now, and also to I'm gonna go ahead and say it, keep that bear in mind now, y'all, that it's not just coming to the console platform, it's also coming to the service, which you can access on multiple devices. So just imagine now, if the feedback is enough to get other studios and other, not just say Square Enix, but other companies out there all across the world to put their games on to the Game Pass, or not even necessarily just the Game Pass, but just any kind of service that can provide or utilize cloud gaming. Because just imagine how many, let's say, hidden gems, so to speak, are all across the world that the general public doesn't know about. Let's just be honest. And I think that going in the future, especially for indie developers, I definitely think that this is really going to affect them greatly. I would say, at least on the positive side rather than negative, but of course, anything can come to pass. So definitely, like you just said, definitely go on social media, try it out. I mean, if you have certain criticisms that you want to share, absolutely give them. But the most important thing is showing the initiative that we want more games like this. Not specifically just coming from Japan, but other games that don't give that much shine as much as others, or doesn't have the appropriate advertisement that they really should receive. And look, I don't want to get too much on Sony because, like I said, I know this is, I know that, what we covered in the roundtable earlier this week, we said what we said, but something I'm going to say right now about Sony that agitates me to no end is that they will have games that, let's say, are not.
Let it loose, man. Don't hold back.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was telling you, let it loose. Don't hold back, man. Dude, I'm the zookeeper. I accidentally left the cage door open, and you're that orangutan Morris that's just, I see this dude left his key in this door.
All right. Well, I got permission from boss, so I can go off. The thing that agitates the smooth clean the fuck out of me about Sony is, for some reason, I don't know. And honestly, and I wish Segaman or Heba was here because they probably can fact check me on this. But I don't know when specifically in the time frame this started to happen with Sony. But for some reason, when it comes to games that, let's say, are not either first party titles, well, they're not first AAA titles on their platform, or say AAA multiplats, I find it interesting that when it comes to advertising games that, again, could be either like AA or lower, let's say lower tier games, right? Or say even, again, games that will primarily feature on theirs, be like maybe like a time exclusive or something along that lines. And when it comes to advertising those games and letting people know, like, hey, this is coming to the platform, they will do it, be it the day that it's released or a few days beforehand. And to me, and then they'll be releasing at times where it's like, we have Cyberpunk right now, we have Immortals Phoenix Rising, we have all these games coming in December or whatever specific time within the year. And it's like, do y'all really care about these games? Because really think about this. If you really cared about the games, or let's say you really cared about the vision that these developers want to share to the world, then you will give it that proper coverage. In my mind, that would make the most sense. But when you don't do that, it makes me question, why do these developers, or why are there certain studios that still fuck with you? Because obviously you really don't give a fuck like that, apparently. And again, the examples are out there for y'all to see. I'm telling y'all, can I bring out the receipts right now for you to physically see them? I can't do that. But what I can tell you is that there is factual evidence out there for you to check it out on your own. Do your own research. And I promise you, you ain't got to look down the rabbit hole too far. But if you go down that rabbit hole, I will warn y'all this. And I'm just speaking from my own personal experience on this. If you're going to go down that rabbit hole, I warn you, be very mindful that once you go down it, you may not know when you're going to come back up. And you may not know exactly what you're going to find within that hole. So that's the thing. Obviously, I don't want to paint, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to paint Sony, to be fair, as the bad guy 24/7. But I'm going to call out them on their bullshit. And they should correct themselves. But now here's the thing. I would want to see what Microsoft's going to do going in the future if they can get more titles like these on the Game Pass. And in fact, what other games could come out of other services, similar to, like, say, Ubisoft Play, or say, even though that's coupled now with Game Pass, I'll say EA Play. Again, I'm interested in seeing just how many games can come onto those platforms that can give people that shot. And you never know what may come out of it. Let's say, for example, if a game that came out, let's say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even 7 years ago, comes on the Game Pass and people love it because it's now more broadened for people to get their hands on, you never know. It might turn out to where it can get a sequel. I mean, you just never know what may come to pass. So it's definitely something that I'm definitely looking forward to see how it develops for the future. Not just specifically, again, in the realm of JRPGs, but just games overall all across the world. And my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's basically it, because as I stated in the roundtable, as well as last week's weekly wrap, my thoughts and views regarding this is that it's beautifully spoken when Phil goes on about how much he wants to lasso in Japan and stuff like that, and he wants to get a more better foothold, and that's great. And the fact that he's talking about getting more Japanese, getting Japanese developers under the Xbox Game Studios umbrella. That is actually one of the first steps right there. Is that why wrestle and struggle getting their content when you can just bring your own?
Mhm.
So to me, it's like he has a good strong start right there, but he's still got it's like there's much more to do, because it's like right now we are jam packed with so much content that is geared towards us here in the West, especially us Americans and also Europeans.
Mhm.
All right, we and also to some extent his Latino. But is there something there that jives with the Asian market? So I mean, I'm surprised that there's such a huge Minecraft community over there, especially Minecraft, and that there's a good bit of Gears players over there. So colored me shocked with that. But once again, Ed, we're talking about long term. What is it that Microsoft is going to provide for long term to not just pull them in, but retain them? And I know, like, because I had this discussion with another person in the comments for somebody else's video, whereas to him it's like, well, it's not going to happen because the audience is not there. And I was like, well, dude, I was like, evidently you're looking at it from one side of the coin. I was like, you'd be shocked. There's an audience for everything out there,
Correct.
as long as you provide it. If
Correct.
you provide it, they will come. But if you don't provide it, they're not going to come. They're not going to bother. And if you do provide it, you have to be in the mindset that it's not going to be this overwhelming number that's big enough to fill the giant stadium or something like that. You get what I'm saying? It had
And also, real quick, if I may, and I don't mean to interject, sir, but just want to remind y'all too, if you're listening to what he's saying, just a quick reminder, it for better or for worse too, because there are some, like even the black market. Okay, there's a reason it exists. Okay, so if the things that you can find on the black market, be if it's physical or digital, it exists for a reason. There's a marketplace for it. So you got to remind yourselves that about that too, y'all. But please continue, sir.
yeah. And it's a good thing you brought that up because the thing is, we wouldn't have a black market and stuff like that if there wasn't people that was there to ingest such products and content. Just the same as we wouldn't have such a high demand for the PS5 and the Series X and S. We wouldn't have that demand, so long as they're being provided. So on that note, as I said, that's what I'm looking for, because I really want to see it go back to how it was with the early 360 years, where you didn't just have just Western content, you also had a good healthy dose of Japanese content as well. So that's why I'm saying to everybody, if you get on your Xboxes or your PCs or your mobile devices, because Game Pass is now available as an app on your Android phones. I don't think it's available yet for iOS. I think
It's
that's
coming
next year.
soon, though. But good job, Microsoft. Shout out to Dr. Phil for getting that done before Christmas. That's insane.
Oh, well, what is supposed to be before Christmas?
No, well, considering we're kind of doing this all piece by piece, it's just kind of the same. Because we're still waiting for the universal update to allow PS5s not to brick on Call of Duty.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, folks, like I said, I mean, and that's the one that's one of the biggest things with the Xbox brand right now is that you don't have to have the machine itself. If you got a pretty decent computer or laptop or an Android mobile device, then you should be able to get the Game Pass app and stream these games. If you have the Game Pass Ultimate, I believe you should be able to stream the games through what's called xCloud.
Correct.
So
and if you have a decent enough internet connection, you can legitimately enjoy the comforts of Xbox entertainment on any device that you choose.
Exactly.
And also a quick reminder, y'all, too, is again, if you didn't know this, I'm gonna let you know right now that again, every so often throughout the months, the Game Pass, or excuse me, even the Ultimate Game Pass will be around $1. So the thing is this: just imagine again, you don't have to necessarily buy
certain value right there.
Right, you don't have to quote unquote again buy the console you don't want to, but the fact that you are not limited to the deals that you can get within the pass itself, regardless of whatever platform or whatever device you utilize. Again, that speaks volumes. And again, it's like keep an eye out what other companies are going to do to answer what Microsoft is putting out. Because again, us as the consumers, I mean, Microsoft pretty much is just spoon feeding us just all this goodness. And it's like, where are these other companies providing for us in the meantime? I mean, again, I don't want a monopoly effect, but something like Emmanuel, who's been on the podcast before, and in the comments too, like he said before, like it almost seems like we are going to get to the point where Microsoft is going to make a monopoly effect on the market. And it's like, again, I would not advise for it, but I won't be surprised if it comes to pass in my lifetime the way it looks like it. But I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. And, as long as the gamer gets the entertainment that they invest and pay for, Microsoft is happy, Sony is happy, the gamer themselves should be happy that you have such entertainment at such cheap value. But why is it at such cheap value, I ask? So
tell us.
but at the same time,
tell us, ODT.
Why it's kind of fun, because it being not public use, we can basically choose how to mold the brand however the gamer wants it. Keyword is want.
All right, but yeah, so once again, folks, definitely give this game if you are an avid JRPG fan, or if you're somebody who's just been kind of like hesitant towards the brand or something like that, then by all means, go ahead and use this chance, because if you got an Xbox and you got Game Pass already, or like I said, a mobile device or a PC that's capable of running it, just use this as your chance right here to go ahead and dip your toes in and see what you've been missing for the past 30 years or so that JRPGs have been in existence.
I mean, JRPGs have always been a thing. They've just been rather hard to find if you don't know where they exist.
Yeah. So,
and also real quick too, I do want to say this too now, real quick, because it popped in my head. I do also want to bring this to y'all's attention is it might be possible, just keep your eyes out on this. It might be possible somewhere down the line, we might get a lot more older generational games from other consoles, wink, wink, on the Game Pass. I'm just throwing that out there. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I get
at least on a console, right? So I'm just throwing that out there, y'all. So again, just keep an eye out on the Game Pass. If you haven't tried it out, I'm telling you, you're not gonna lose anything if you just give it that $1. I promise you're gonna find something.
Yeah, then I mean, dude, I mean, it's practically coming. Is what, like what is it now? Just now, a little over 200 games on there now. I haven't had a chance to recount, but dude, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of content to find something to like pretty much, you know, just kind of sink a few hours in. But yeah, like I said, just if you get a chance, try the game out. Definitely tweet about it. Um, Go to social media, Instagram it, whatever it is, just to make sure that it's understood, not just to Square, not just to Microsoft, but to all Japanese developers that look, you know, stop being skittish. It's okay. It's safe. Game Pass is good. Give it a chance. Because right now, a lot of them really could use something like Game Pass at this moment, because I mean the money is just not coming in the way it used to for a lot of these bigger studios. Just like a few podcasts ago, I spoke about Level 5 situation. Um, right now, it's like Level 5 is like hurting. And for those of you who wonder who Level 5 is, if you're familiar with the RPG series, Nina Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, or also some work they've done for Sony, such as the White Knight Chronicles. For the Nintendo DS line, they did the Yokai Watch games as well as the Beyblade games. So they've done a lot of very very prominent work, especially the Ninakuni series. But but I guess you could say you would have thought that as close as their relationship was with Sony, they would have been scooped up. We kind of think the same thing with Blue Point. I still don't. I think to this day, Blue Point still hasn't been scooped up. Which to me is kind of like kind of like a miss on their part. But right now, Level 5 is at a point where they're shutting down a lot of their offices. They're letting go a lot of staff, and they're relegating themselves down to just development only on PC, but only for the Asian market. No more porting to the West. No more translations. No more localizations. No more.
But you would get a lot more traffic if you would just learn how to play along. Just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, so to me, it's kind of like, but then when you look at other developers out there, such as Genshin, the ones for Genshin Impact, I'm trying to remember their name. I mean, they were just pumping up and fluffing their chests, proud as all heck, that you can only play this on the PlayStation. Oh, you can only play this on the Switch, but yet it's available on the PC, if I'm not mistaken, on Steam, I believe. So so the thing is, it's not that far off. A little code here and there to make it available on the Xbox. And even if you don't want to put it on, make the physical copies themselves, put it on Game Pass. So I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we'll see if they can keep that same energy. But let's see here.
I will say that energy is actually very delicious and very, very entertaining. So please keep that same energy. I beg you. It's working.
Yeah. And as Derp is saying right here, is that, dude, I would say we might not have that long to wait for that to actually happen.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Ubisoft is in some sort of a little bit of a deal with Amazon, because the Uplay app is available on their Luna service, their Luna Cloud service. So they might be in a bit of a strange place as far as it goes for bringing Uplay over. But we'll have. I mean, I want to say let's see what happens going into next year, because maybe it was a time thing. It could have been like something for for 6 months or for a year, because I highly doubt it's something that's permanent. So, but yeah. So, like I said, definitely be patient, man. We should be seeing that.
I'd argue patience is technically a virtue, and that's technically all we really need nowadays is be patient. It will come eventually once the update finally manages to go past every single device.
Yeah. So moving on to the next bit of news. Right now, there's a rumor going around. Well, it's a news article that unfortunately is based off of a rumor. And as I always tell everybody, when it comes to rumors, please take it with a huge block of salt. I'm talking like the same block of salt you would like give to your horse. Apparently one of the mocap actors actually let it slip out that Halo Infinite is probably looking at a release sometime in the spring of 2021.
Yay!
This kind of goes in line with my own speculations. Whereas a lot of people are kind of like out there joking around, talking about like, oh yeah, it's delayed infinitely, and and other little dry ass jokes, to go along with it. That we might not see the game until 2022, whereas Phil's already done at least stated it once himself that no, it's been delayed till next year. The game was already pretty far along, as as far as we all was aware of. So it just seems that the only thing that they are looking with this delay to tidy up is mainly the animations and the graphics. So like I said, my own speculations was we were looking at a spring release. And I know a lot of people were kind of thinking that, well, they might be holding off until next November, which is going to be the what was supposed to be like the 15th anniversary, I think, for Halo. I'm trying to think. I don't think it was 15. I think it was like what 10 years or something like that. If anybody in the chat knows,
it's the 20-year anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good God, it's been that long. Holy.
Yeah. Fun.
Oh.
As I said, it's working.
Oh shit, I feel old.
Yeah.
Like I'm just sitting here just wrinkling up and withering away in real time.
Yeah, in real time, and you'll feel old and mad quick it works. So, but the annoying thing I think is kind of the fun thing is no one's really good at being patient for something that easy. And one of the annoying things that I always find is I hate being patient. It's something I can just press instantly from such a small age.
Yep, what's going on?
Let me cut down my TV right quick. Wait 1 second, y'all.
But I know what Dr. Phil has planned for the future, and I guarantee, universal, happiness is entertainment galore. So just be patient.
Oh, okay, I'm back, y'all.
Well, welcome, Tuck.
What's up, fellas? Y'all doing okay?
Yeah, man, we good. The first topic we covered was Dragon Quest XI launching today, and I was encouraging everybody in the chat and that watch this podcast later to definitely give it a spin, because as Tim Warren stated on his tweet, is that it really makes a difference if everybody gets their hands on it and at least gives it a try. And I believe it's because not just Microsoft, but I'm going to guess also Square themselves are going to monitor those analytics, and also definitely get to dive into social media and let people know that, hey, we got this game, we're trying it out, which is not just so much as to show Square and Microsoft that, hey, JRPGs matter, but also to make sure that other developers, such as like Atlas, for example, understand that, look, you have an audience here. You can make your audience bigger if you stop snubbing one brand just because of a bias. I'm going to a quick little tangent though, because I didn't get to bring this up before we jumped into the next topic. Was that I think so many of them are still burnt with the whole thing with Don Matrick, because it's like they can't seem to shake the fact that Don Matrick is not synonymous to Microsoft or Xbox. Because I don't know if any of y'all remember it, but there was an interview that he did where he said some pretty toxic stuff in regards to the Japanese market. And, you know, it's a shame that I remember it because it was a lot of oof material. Whereas, like, dude, you're really, you know, it's like you're rubbing some salt in the wrong wounds, man. And if any of you kind of remember those last 2 or so years of the 360 going into the Xbox One era, that's when the Japanese content, especially the JRPGs, kind of just went to a slow trickle to a stop. And the only things we saw was just, you know, 1 or 2 games from Square, and 1 or 2 from Capcom, which it also includes, of course, the latest Mega Man game. And it's like after that, it's like it's almost like nobody else wanted to touch the brand whatsoever. So
You talking about the Japanese RPGs?
yeah, and it's not so much as it's not so much as JRPGs, but it's a lot of other Japanese games. If it wasn't coming from Square, if it wasn't coming from Capcom, and I think there's only one other company. It was like a more smaller, lesser known. If it wasn't coming from any of them, dude, the Xbox wasn't getting any love whatsoever. And it was because he made a statement in an interview where he made it clear that that Japanese games, especially JRPGs, are not profitable.
They're not profitable where, though, is the question.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is,
And to who not is the other.
yeah, I mean, yeah, not so much to be in his defense, but just to kind of like, you know, play devil's advocate on this, is I understand where the mindset comes from, especially if you are a corporate troll, and all you know is just being corporate. Because I know a lot of people go on about like, oh,
us corporate trolls, those of us who actually know the business, are normally the heightened, popularity nowadays, because we're all telling people stuff that either they are uneducated in still or they do not know. And if you do not know, that is still not our problem. Being corporate trolls, we get paid to give you misinformation. Now, technically, I love being in this job because this job is priceless when I know both sides. And if I know both sides, I can play how I choose.
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing about it like this is, y'all. Okay, all during the 360, we had a lot of RPGs come on the 360. We had a lot of them, but they wasn't selling. They wasn't selling worth a darn. So I could see.
Well, the 360 back in the day sold priceless on Xbox Live multiplayer entertainment. So
Right, but I'm just
the single player focus back then was not what was driving sales.
Also another thing.
It was engagement in community and activity.
And also another thing to bear.
Gears and Forza.
Yeah. Also another thing to. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Nelson, to bear in mind is the fact that another thing that we're also kind of forgetting, which is where I was going to, where I felt Matrix thinking, as well as that board at the time was thinking, was that at that time, JRPGs were kind of in a bit of a strange spot where they were becoming a little too over redundant. And that also was kind of starting to kind of hurt them a little bit as well. So you have those such as myself who don't mind it, but you're looking at a growing gamer base of newer, fresher minds who really kind of do mind it. Like for example, I want to say our favorite tried and true RPG hater, Morgan Webb. I mean, dude, just about almost any RPG that came out, especially JRPG that came out. I mean, Morgan seemed to have never, during X-Play, had anything positive to really say about them. And that's because the thing she always kept harping on was they always seemed to follow the same tropes. But yet she'll talk up some stuff with Nintendo, who also is infamous for following, the same, similar tropes as well. Hey, what's going on, Daka?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just listen to you.
Oh, okay. No, I was just going to end it with that. Those are the only things from my angle that I believe led to, and I guess you could say also adding in what ODT said as well, because he does bring up a damn good point that we're talking about the, I guess you could say when live and online play, especially with a console, not a PC, was really hitting its stride and was really just coming into the market like a comet into a solar system. Everybody is just being shocked and wild and amazed and holy crap, we need to jump on this. And that's was something another factor with it as well. But when they look at the numbers of the sales, and they're not because the thing is, let's call it on both ends. It's not like they were selling like hotcakes over on the PlayStation side either.
Oh heck no, they wasn't selling good on both sides.
Yeah, but the thing was, Sony kept with it, and so to me, it's like when Matrix said what he did in that interview and stuff like that. I believe that's when he kind of stubbed Xbox's toe, because we could have still been constantly getting this content and not have to worry about the bias that we're dealing with right now, because the way things are going with the currently with Sony.
Oh damn!
then they could have been looking at Microsoft more favorably without this intrepidation. But that's what I wanted to end it with.
Okay. My whole idea about this thing is like this. Okay. Now, Don Matrix, he was a bully. He was a bum. I didn't like some of the things that he said about the Xbox One when it came down to the Xbox One era here in the United States. Talking about, if you want to buy, that's the reason why we got the 360. I don't like none of that what he had to say either. So he kind of rubbed the nose in on both ends. But when it comes down to the Japanese market, I mean, like I said, we had things in the Japanese market on the 360, but it wasn't selling worth nothing. I mean, it wasn't selling worth nothing. I mean, we had a lot of Japanese RPGs on the 360, but like you said, it was just they just did the same thing over and over and over again. When they bought out what's the name of the game that BioShock came out with on the 360 years ago? What's the name of that game? EA got them now.
All right, hold on. It was a game that's what?
It was a game that BioShock came out with. Back in the 360 era. And it was real good. Huh?
Now, can you describe it, man?
Oh man, what's the name of that damn game? My thought of the game came here really BioShock is the one that made it. EA bought them.
Is it Respawn?
Not Respawn. I'm talking about way before Respawn. And it kind of
wait, hold on. You talking about BioWare?
BioWare, yeah. What's the name of the game?
What, Mass Effect?
Yeah, Mass Effect. Okay. Now I'll play this, y'all. When they brought up Mass Effect, that kind of like made the Japanese market try to change. They had to change their ways a little bit, because Mass Effect is one of the ones that really just use the people, and you can travel with the people, and you can do your own shooting and all that stuff. Where like you had like Final Fantasy, you hit the button and you hit the button, the people do the fighting for you. So people I think people just got kind of tired of that, because it was the same thing. I mean, ain't to me, I don't think nothing wrong with the Japanese market, but I think they just had to change their ways on that, because people really, really got tired of that. And and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I actually got tired of it myself. So when they came out with whatchamacallit, with the game that I'm just get you talking about, that's a breath of fresh air. Because I mean, it was something new with an RPG that we haven't seen before. And I think the Japanese market got hit with that. I think they really did. Now, I think what Phil Spencer is trying to do, he's trying to bring it all back together. And I think he's doing a beautiful job trying to do that. I think people just need to get over it. It's been a long time since that's happened. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. That's what prompted the world today is that people want to go so far back that they don't try to go ahead. I mean, I'm like, come on, people.
Yeah, but
you know,
that's because but Tuck, I agree with you. But normally people don't want to go ahead because they fear the unknown most of the time. Now, on the rare occasion, you get those of us who don't really fear the unknown. We welcome it because it excites us and it actually
go
forward. But at the same time, those who are unaware or basically fear the unknown, known as their boogie monster, they can't really do that concept in life.
Yeah, but that's true.
That's
very true.
I can still do because it's saving our life in the current day and age. Because if you can look forward long enough, you are pretty much permanently successful in life. You just have to know what to look forward to.
Yeah, another factor might also be the fact that they look. I guess you say they look at from a shallow standpoint at who's more popular, who has the most mind share.
Yeah, but mind shares and popularities of what you like and what I like, or vice versa, it's basically debatable nowadays because it basically has to do with culture, and culture likes and dislikes vary throughout the world.
Yeah, and the thing about it is like you can look at that only from one side of the coin, but completely neglect the other side of the coin. Whereas, just as I spoke about in another podcast where I stated that it's funny how everybody goes on about how many units Sony has out there, how so-called profitable they are compared to Microsoft, but yet Microsoft is still here. Why is it that they have all these billions? Why are they why are they like sitting at 500 billion of worth? Why are they able to walk out?
Well, actually, that's kind of really funny. It's like we sit at a capital T, but we sit at a usable 500, 600 B. And now that Sony finally moved forward in life, their actually finally stock capital is worth something.
Yeah. So to me, it's like, as far as the Japanese studios go and stuff that are not Square, well, I guess you say to some extent, including Square and Capcom, it's like you can't sit there snubbing this company forever because you're missing out on really pushing your product out there even further, because this Game Pass seems to be something phenomenal. It seems to be something amazing because it's sitting at like well over what is it now, like 15 plus subscribers? I mean 15.
It's probably way more than that now. Way more than that now.
Yeah, because they said 70% of the people who got their pre-orders for their Xboxes, they signed up for Game Pass. So that 15 million subscribers has to be getting pretty close to probably 20 million.
Well, that 15 million was back in the summertime, so I'm very sure it's way up there by now. It should be at least maybe like 25 million. I think it's way more than that. I really do. I think I could be wrong, but but just to me, you look at Microsoft. Microsoft they helped out Square Enix a lot. Okay, nobody didn't want to even deal with them. So when they turned around and brought out, Tomb Raider, they helped them make Tomb Raider. So I think that's a start in the right direction. I think they're doing positive things in the market. They're trying to get people to come over and people are coming over because the Game Pass is a beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing. I mean, if you don't have the money to go out there and buy a $59 game or a $70 game, you got the Game Pass. And you can play all the games on the Game Pass. And plus, what you love so much about it, if every exclusive that Xbox have, it's gonna be on the Game Pass. So you got to love that too. So I just don't see how people can just. I mean, people can talk about Sony and all these numbers about the console they want to and all that stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's all about software sales and that's it. You can have 100 million consoles out there, but darn, if you only got like Spider-Man Morales game or God of War, who's only sold maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 units, and you got a console that's already got 100 million consoles out there. Oh, come on now! I mean, I'm just serious. I mean, you think about it. If your base is so high, and you got all these other exclusive games out there that's only making so much money, and it costs you more money to make a game, where you benefiting? You ain't benefiting at all. I mean, they talking about the Spider-Man game. Yeah, the Spider-Man game didn't make the money the Spider-Man game did not make the money as Sony thought they was. Because I know how Sony is. Sony turned around, locked that bundle with the Spider-Man console, and then all of a sudden they put their numbers in there with the console. I was like, okay, you can't do that because you didn't profit off that. You didn't profit off that because you gave the game away for free. So when you give away a game for free, you can't profit off that. I mean, but you got these stupid morons out here that think that Sony's all that, and they're not. They're not all that. I mean, that's my say on that. I mean, it's just crazy, but that's just the truth.
Yeah, I just looked at what Doc just said, because originally I remember last when I looked, they were at 600 billion, but I guess it kind of went down just a little bit, so they're now at 580 billion, and whereas like Sony as a whole is at 78, but. The bottom line is that I'm hoping that a lot of these guys start giving, Xbox that fair shake again, like they once started to, back when, Peter Moore was, running things. I want them to start giving them a fair shake again, because Matrick is gone. He's no longer running the show. Let it go, give it up. And, because me as a developer myself, well, granted I'm inactive, it's like I too would think to myself that I would like to be. I mean, I'm not going to look at just the popular platform. Especially with how expensive everything has gotten now. It's like, no, I'm gonna have to try to put my product on both Steam, consoles, release it where you can buy it directly for if you don't want to deal with Steam. I'm going to have to provide all sorts of options, and a lot of these guys, from what I'm understanding, seem to be hurting if they're not somebody who's already underneath somebody bigger, like say from software, because I know a lot of people want badly for either Sony or Microsoft to buy from software. That's not going to happen because they're underneath Kodokawa, who is infamous for producing a lot of real popular anime and movies, especially over there. So they are a very big conglomerate, not as big as Microsoft, but they're not. From software is a cash cow for them. They're not going to let that go. But if they're in a situation like that, they are doing all right. But for other studios that have not lucked out, to get swept under somebody bigger than them, such as I said, level 5. It would probably behoove them to go ahead and open the door. When Uncle Phil comes a knocking and say, "Hey, come on in. We wanted to talk to you." So, but moving off of that, because we can go on for hours with that. The last thing before you came in that we was discussing, Tuck, was the rumor that was generated by one of the mocap actors from Halo Infinite, stating that the game is probably looking at a spring release next year. And as I was saying, is it falls in line with the speculation I personally had that it would be in spring, where some people were thinking that no, it's going to be much later. It's probably going to be on the anniversary, which is next November, that they would probably do it, which a lot of people were actually okay with, because to them it kind of like, would make, a little bit more sense. But I kept feeling that Halo Infinite was a lot more closer to complete than we all was thinking. Because personally, I'm be honest with you, the way the gameplay was looking in the July show, I really feel that the game was already probably somewhere around maybe 80 or so % done. But when they delayed it, I think that was only just to go ahead and focus on trying to polish, police up the graphics. But you came across that news, Tuck?
I didn't come across it, but I'm listening to what you're saying, and I will. And I was just thinking about a September. I'm thinking about it maybe like around a springtime or maybe around a September time release. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think it was going to I didn't think it was going to come out sometime next year. I mean, not late next year, but I thought it was going to come out maybe around the springtime or maybe around the fall time, around September. But if it comes out this spring, I'm more happy with it. I mean, I know Microsoft is doing different things with this Halo that you can even imagine. They're gonna keep this one around with new content and just keep everything going to where they need to go with this game. I think they really want to just really open Halo to everybody's eyes. I mean, yes, I think they were disappointed that they didn't come out with it this year, but I think that'd be all right if they come out with spring for next year. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to see how they polish up the graphics. I know they were just waiting for certain things to get ready for the Xbox Series X. They just wanted to make sure that everything was correct. They had a real good, successful launch, and I think people are more excited. I mean, all I see on YouTube is about PS5, but I just don't. I'm not buying it. I mean, I know the PS5 had more issues than will allow, and that's all it is to it. But I do think that I think to me professionally, I think Microsoft is heading in the right direction. But the thing about it is, like I said, the consoles. Okay, if you got a console, but see, the thing about it, you can buy a console, but you can also do this thing through your tablet and all that stuff. So you really don't have to have a console to enjoy your game anymore. I mean, right. You can do everything. You can do everything on this with the cloud. You can do everything with the cloud. So, and I know Sony's trying to get to that point. I don't know if they can get to it, but as I'm going to say, I hope they don't never do it, because y'all know how I feel about Sony and these damn miserable ass ponies, and that's it. I mean, that's how I feel. I think Microsoft's doing everything in the right direction. So,
good Lord, this might as well be the holiday episode, because as we're talking, we got like all these big stars coming in, like give it up for Tech Storm, everybody.
Hey,
the other half with Mr. Nelson, who had to leave earlier.
He had to leave earlier. All right.
What's up, man? How you doing?
So, not much, man. I was chilling, playing some games, and there's something about it, and it's just the game was not as fun as it once was. That game broke my channel to affiliate on Twitch. It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore, So I'm just like, and whatever. I'm gonna just go do this podcast.
Hold on. Which game was it?
It was Phasmophobia.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a great game. I was playing the prison map with Ultra Diamond, another host of the Technical Difficulties podcast, and just didn't. It wasn't like it was scary, but like it wasn't like wasn't there. It's a beta. They'll fix it. I hope.
It just didn't have that magic.
I feel like because I'm like level 108 in that game. And that's on the low side for like people who have still been playing it to this day. It's it's an alright game. I would say, if you never played it before, you should check it out. Because everybody reacts to it differently, but it's still a pretty fun game to get scared and play with your friends. It's cool.
All right. Well, man. Well, dude, welcome to the weekly wrap and everything again.
Of course.
Tech right here, as well as Mr. Nelson who left. They both host the Technical Difficulties podcast. If you ever get a chance, definitely swing by and check them out. The news articles I was getting into was right now we're talking about the mocap actor that let it slip about a possible launch window in the spring next year for Halo Infinite.
Oh, really?
And yeah.
Oh, I'm down for that. That's free.
Yeah. So so I was just putting that out there to see if anybody else has heard it. And the other thing before that, the previous news article was that today, for the first time ever, a Dragon Quest game came to the Xbox console.
Rejoice, man.
So Dragon Quest 11 is now available on the Xbox and on Game Pass.
I see.
And yes, and I was basically encouraging everybody, which was advised by Tom Warren as well from The Verge in his Twitter, is definitely give it a shot. If it's on Game Pass and you got Game Pass, you're not losing anything because you're not spending anything.
Is it on PC? It is on PC.
Yeah.
I see it here. Yeah, I see it here.
Yeah, and so basically just more or less what he's getting at is by everybody giving it a try, those analytics get over to Square. And somehow or another, they probably find their way to say like I'm sorry, I can't pronounce Famitsu and other, such Japanese publications.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a lot of other developers such as Atlas.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if they bring Persona to the Xbox, I got to give it another go.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah, they're supposed to have this little so-called friendship with Sega, but yet they can't seem to be like, sitting at the table like, so, what's going on with your boys and that Persona? Or, we got some players that would love some Persona as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You need to give me all the old ones. Well, not all of the old ones, but like 3, 4, and 5. I'll be good. I'll be good. I have 4 on my PC, but 3 and 5 mainly is all I want, really.
I think a lot of people would just be happy just to get Golden.
Yeah, no, that Golden was really fun. I didn't play like all of it, but like from what I did play of it, I really enjoyed.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, anyways, that's the topics that we were on. But
cool.
Yeah, real quick though, what are your thoughts about that though?
As far as like Dragon Quest, being like the pretty first big major, like Square game that's on Game Pass.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, because when I think about
it's
it,
awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say because when I think about it, the the older Final Fantasies kind of don't count as big as bigger titles.
Right.
Because I mean, yeah, they're big titles, but they were big back then.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no. I think that's good. Honestly, I feel like kind of everything's getting into balance now with these next generation consoles, and I really want Xbox and PlayStation to succeed. I don't want, either to fail, because competition, hell, it never hurt nobody. And that's good for the consumer in the end, because even on the Technical Difficulties podcast, we claimed before, we're not pro any platform. We're pro consumer. That's at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. And I think this is a pretty pro consumer move. Dragon Quest 11 on the Game Pass. I like that.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Daka. He definitely reminded us that actually
Final Fantasy 15. Yeah.
And of course Tomb Raider. Well, technically, we didn't really forget Tomb Raider. I think we was aiming more at such at the Japanese games themselves. Whereas like Tomb Raider may be under Square, but it's not really a Japanese game.
Right. Downloading Dragon Quest right now as we speak, though. Checking that out. That's gonna be good.
I don't know out of any of y'all on here that plays it other than myself. But if any of you have a Series X, well, I know Tuck does.
Lucky bastard.
I believe today they finally launched the patch for State of Decay 2 to go ahead and unlock it, the frames. So now it's got better lighting and shadows, I guess a few improved textures and animations, as well as 60 frames per second. So if any of y'all play that game and really enjoy it, and have a Series X, I would definitely say get your hands on it. Unfortunately, I don't have my Series X, so I can't upgrade my copy.
It's funny you say that. Actually, yeah. I had almost cracked earlier today. I had almost cracked, and I was going to buy the Series X from a friend who was selling it. Now I'm not gonna lie, they were selling it for more than MSRP, but I was going to crack.
Well, I'm glad. Well, hold on. Well, the thing is, I guess if he's a friend of yours, she's a friend of yours.
She's a friend of mine. I know her. If anyone scalping it, which I do not encourage, by the way, I would rather give it to a friend that I know, as opposed to some random dude out in their sweatpants and just chilling there on the internet, having nothing else to do. Almost cracked. This close to cracking and saying, okay, here's $700.
Oh God! So what? She was trying to bust you over the head for $200 more?
Yeah.
Well, plus tax, she's only making $150 off of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She said because I'm the homie, I get it for $700. That's what she said.
Wait, hold on a second.
That's what she said. I'm not joking.
Wait, what?
Oh my Lord.
She said because
you're very good though. You're very good at actually denying gratification.
I was so close. I was so close. I had to talk to several people. I'm like, look, man, I'm really close to cracking right now. Okay. It just goes through it. And the worst thing is today is my payday, so that wouldn't have been well.
Nah, bro, take care of them bills first.
I did, and that's the worst part. I was just gonna be like, you know what, man? Like, this is an early birthday present to myself, technically, and I would have justified it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, Team Reaper, have you got yours? Have you got yours yet?
No, I do not. But I
sucks, dude. I had it in my cart. I had it in my cart 2 days ago. and I didn't have enough money to pay for it. I was so mad. I was actually able to check out and everything. So bad.
Yeah, my situation. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it via the All Access program, but I honestly think that they have disabled it from getting acquired by anybody from All Access.
I see that. Yeah, I kind of noticed because I was looking for All Access. I was just like, where is it? I was like, you know what? I get paid in a couple days. I can take the money off there, and then it was like, your purchase has not been approved by Microsoft. I was like, look, man. All right, I just want the damn thing. Okay, I'm here. I'm fair and square. I got it. I followed Wario64 on Twitter. All right. Fair and square. Just let me have it. And it was like, no.
Now where you from, man? Where you from?
Cali.
Okay. California. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, the cool thing is I know it's my birthday present, so I know where it is. I just don't have the money to pay for a very cheap delivery, and the delivery is a present, as Tech himself just said, is a present to himself. My present is a lot bigger to myself because it actually has to do with not just my own personal work. So.
Right. So, my birthday's up in literally 2 weeks, so I was like, I was just like, okay, I could totally justify it. I can totally play off the early birthday card, and I get paid again on my birthday too, so it would totally be somewhat okay. I was kind of putting the chips in line just in case I was willing to do it, and I just kind of backed off last second. I just said no.
Okay.
Now, if it's still available by my birthday, that's different.
Well, she might keep it for you. You might tell us, hey, I get on my next birthday. I can do the ask.
I don't know,
man.
I just want this thing. I wanted to play Cyberpunk on it. That was the big deal. I wanted to play Cyberpunk on it. I have a gaming PC. I have a PlayStation 5, but I wanted to play Cyberpunk on the Xbox specifically.
Hey, fellas, I'll be right back.
You're good.
Have you had any experiences with your PS5 or anything like that?
Game wise, yes. I had Spider-Man Remastered. The biggest one for me was Spider-Man Remastered literally turning off my console.
Ooh.
And it was recent. It was real recent. Turned off my console and just completely was like I thought it was dead for a minute. But what's funny is I had done almost literally everything that you were supposed to do to brick the thing, but it hasn't bricked. So I was just kind of like, and I have the digital version for clarification, so I only have digital games. I do not have the disc version. I'm kind of mad about that, but I'm also kind of glad about that at the same time because everybody else is having all these problems, dude. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be the software in the games itself, for the most part, that's been driving the console nuts.
But if the games run digitally, does it still run fine and not brick?
As far as what I can tell, yes.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Right? It just kind of depends on which game it is, whether there's been like some kind of update or something like that.
Yeah, it's an update. Universal still lacking in the infrastructure that we're all building, but the problem is that's going to be fixed pretty soon. Patience is available.
Right, and
that is why if what the leak about the Halo Infinite 2021 delay is true, that means that we're just simply waiting for one universal connection update to allow everybody's infrastructure to link together.
Yeah,
right.
And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Especially missing out on this Xbox. If they release a Halo Xbox, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care how much it costs. I'm gonna buy it.
Now let me ask you this: then, have you had any problem with like any backwards compatible games?
Okay, I had this one weird thing that happened today, actually, which prompted a purchase of a capture card, like an internal one that I put in my PC and route to my console. I had this weird bug. I have a PS5 camera, and I plugged it into the PS5, used the back USB port, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Oh, I think I know
And-
what you might be talking about because I think
And I'm
somebody
trying to
else
live stream.
was
I'm
mentioning a
trying
bug or
to,
something.
right. I'm trying to live stream, and then I live streaming, but what's weird is the camera's not showing up. And I'm just like, okay. So I go into the broadcast settings where you can turn the camera on or off, and I turned it off. I unplugged it. You know, I did everything because I was trying to stream Ghosts of Tsushima this afternoon. Hence, you know, my awesome background. You know, I made this for the game. So then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna stream whatever. Nah, then that. Oh man, Emmanuel. But you know, yeah, I was gonna buy it, but you know, all of a sudden that happens, and it just the camera doesn't show up, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, so you're telling me there was no point in buying this $60 camera? But what's weird is when I was streaming Experiment Remastered with it for the first time, before I touched any settings or anything, it worked. And then I fiddled with the settings some because I saw that, you know, it was more like it's starting to get like more deeper into like streaming and stuff like that. Sony wants more people to stream directly through their PlayStation than with a capture card. Right? Cool. If that was working, I wouldn't need to go out and buy a $140 capture card. You know? I wouldn't need to go out and do that. But I had to go out and do that just to bypass the freaking camera thing. It's so annoying. It's not like I can plug in any camera and have it work. I have to do the PlayStation camera. Have to. It's annoying, man.
It's got to be that eye, that PlayStation
That
eye.
is.
We want to watch you. We want to see everything you're doing.
Have you had like any?
It's plugged up right
Have
now.
you had like any heating issues or anything like that?
No, the top of the console runs cool. You know, the part where I notice it gets warmest is the back of the console, like the very bottom back where the I/O is. I
Right.
noticed it gets very warm there. When I was playing Ghost, at least it got very warm there. But as far as like noise or anything, it was whisper silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you missed out on our last podcast and everything. Because you was one of the people I actually wanted to bring in to see what if you was having any issues. And what's been going on is that I guess some PlayStations have at least 3 different types of fans inside of them. So
Right.
yeah, so it's like I guess you have the fan that is from the main manufacturer that they probably originally went to.
And you're
Whereas
getting
the,
like multiple fans and shit. What?
Yeah. Yeah, there's
weird, dude.
There's all right, here's the thing. It's the same fan design, but it's from different vendors.
So there are multiple versions of the same fans out there.
Yes. And
Just like
so,
PC fans in a way.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Right.
Yeah, so there's been some people stating that they're starting to notice a little bit more heat with their PS5s, or they're starting to hear a little bit of fan noise and stuff.
Yeah, for me it's
Um,
whisper quiet.
Yeah, but for those some of the cases I've seen where some of the people are talking about the fan noises and stuff, it was they went ahead and opened it and took a look, and they saw that I guess a sticker or something came loose from the fan and was basically being smacked around by the fan blade.
Oh, that's no bueno. Yeah.
I mean, it's a sticker, man. It's not like it's gonna
Right.
cause friction, and next thing you know, you're looking over and that thing just woof.
Hmm.
Like shoot, boy, you ready to make some s'mores? Like got T Reaper over there with the toast, with the bread, the cheese, the butter, the ham to make grilled cheese sandwiches.
Well, I'm gonna just straight up argue that I legitly do this on a daily for about 10 years now, and I still look the same. So where's the health there?
Grilled cheese sandwiches, y'all. You can be fit like him.
And I'm about that. You know, the thick life. You know, these butter rolls don't produce themselves. You know,
We said butter rolls.
I
butter
appreciate
rolls, man.
it.
You're like, but
I'm
ain't
on,
man,
I'm on that pizza and McDonald's diet. You know.
like, ain't what ain't they ain't no but pinto beans and cornbread. Oh shoot, but yeah, like I said, so I'm actually happy that you're not experiencing those issues, but that is
Right.
something that came out where people definitely had different fans, and I guess what a lot of people are really kind of like upset about. I mean, especially Tuck, because Tuck was very passionate during that conversation.
Oh
Is that
man,
is that I guess Sony just wasn't making any effort to really say anything about it.
that sucks.
So
It sucks for the people who got the PlayStations. That they're expecting this thing to be whisper quiet, so they let their guard down a little bit, and then all of a sudden you just hear the fan
Hey.
ramp it up.
But you know what? This what gets me. This what gets me. That that it would bother you. I mean, it's like if that happened to you, it would bother you big time
Oh, of
if
course.
you bought a system.
Oh, of
But you know
course.
what? There's some people that just don't even bother them. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
People
You
like
just
that
got to buy-
come in for a new console every year. People like that, every 6 months to a year, they come in for a new console because they didn't take
Right.
care of it, they didn't clean it, they didn't do anything, and they're like, "Well, it's not working," and you see cobwebs and like a rat's nest in there, and you're like, "Seriously, dude?"
Right. But see, I was looking at this one guy yesterday. I was looking at this one guy on YouTube yesterday. He
Mhm.
actually took his apart. He took his apart and put O-rings, like little rubber O-rings,
Mhm.
around the screw part where you put the fans at. Where you put screws at.
Yeah,
He put screws. He put like little rubber O-rings around the screw plates, and then it got more quieter. It wasn't quiet, but it got it much more quiet than what it was. And I'm just saying to myself,
okay.
at this point, what the hell you doing? Just taking your system apart to fix the issue. I'm not doing
Some
that.
people will do it. Some people refuse to use the manufacturer warranty. Oh, they're too slow. I know how to do it. I'll just do it myself. Some people. Oh, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
not doing
Some
it.
people will just. Some people will do it. Some people will do it and just what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm taking the thing apart. I'll make a whole YouTube video out of it. I'll become the next afternoon star.
Right.
I'm a big boy. I can do this myself.
I mean, I definitely have the
And then
tools
all
to
of a
do it
sudden-
myself if I absolutely wanted to.
And then all of a sudden you go to Sony. You tell Sony, you open it up. Oh, your warranty is void.
Yep.
Come on now. I mean, I'm just like, why you even say anything like that? I mean, these people gonna know that you took the damn thing apart.
Because they're gonna get it in, they're gonna open it up, and they're gonna check. First thing, seal broken. Ah, shit.
Yep.
Well, what can we do for this guy? We can send it back to him. And
Right,
say,
that's
"You
all you
played
can do."
yourself."
Shit, but I'm not. I mean, but if it breaks, it breaks.
All right.
Shit, just like my
there's-
boy,
there's nothing you can do about that.
like my
Return
boy,
to sender.
New Legal. This what happened to his HDMI port. He was having HDMI port issue with his Xbox Series X. The first day when it came out on launch. He called Microsoft. Microsoft sent him the label Friday.
Right.
He sent him the label Friday. He mailed the old console off to him that Monday. He got his back a week because I got mine like a week after launch. He got his a day after I got mine, the brand spanking new one.
What the hell?
A brand spanking new Xbox Series X a week after launch.
No,
Serv-
Can't have
Service with a smile, baby.
No,
Service
no,
with the smile, baby.
we can't have none of that. Oh no, we can't
Service-
have none of that.
But with no doggone PS5 breaking down, you might have to wait 4 to 6 weeks to get the damn thing back. That's what I'm hearing.
Man,
I'll say, boy.
So
Microsoft try to take care of you, boy. I mean,
yeah,
they'll send it back. They'll send you some coupons for Publix with it and everything. You know, you're like, oh, you like sandwiches? You like sandwiches? Here, have one for Subway from us.
matter of fact, the next day he told me, he said to the next day after he got the system back, he said Xbox sent him something else. They sent him another controller. They sent him a brand new controller.
What warranty service is he using? Because I need to get on that.
No, it was the Microsoft.
Man, hold on. Yo.
He ordered from Microsoft. Microsoft was
hold
taking
on.
care of their people.
Man,
All about
Hold
customer care.
I need I need that kind of replacement warranty anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
oh shit, you were having problems. Well, you know what? I'm going to take care of you and I'm going to give you an extra controller on top of that. How's that sound? You gonna stay with Xbox now? Hell yeah, I'm gonna stay
I
with
love
Xbox.
it. I love it.
Yeah, you gonna take care of me? I got you, sir.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do?
Dude,
I'm
Dude,
cradling you. I'm cradling
you
you
remember-
right now.
you remember that game? You remember that game Friday the 13th came out?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was having all kind of problems. Say, I bought the game. I'll call Microsoft up that same day, told them that, that the game got all kind of glitches. And they already know the game got all kind of glitches.
Mm-hmm.
They went on and refunded my money right then and there. I thought it was gonna be like a couple of days before I see my money back on my on the Xbox Series. I mean on their currency thing.
Mhm.
It was back within the 30 minutes.
Wow.
I look back on that 30 minutes. It was back there on 30 minutes.
You
I
were
said like, okay,
huh?
yeah. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, customer service. Now you can't do it like almost like every day, but they know who's legit. They know who's not legit. So,
Yep. Just like if you was a notorious troll back in the day during the Xbox Live's most toxic era, and you're now still stomping around talking about like, man, they still won't let me sign on the live. Yeah, that's because they know who you are.
yeah, they know you are.
Why don't you just use a new handle?
Shit.
You're like, stop trying to use the old one.
I'd like
Okay,
to
I believe
clarify for Emmanuel A1's comment down there. For consoles, that is a lie. For consoles, that is a lie. For certain other things, they'll let you do it, but not everything. And then sometimes they got to ship it out to Geek Squad, and that can take like 3 weeks, and then you're just sitting here with no fucking console, and you're twiddling your damn thumbs. You're like, what am I gonna do right now? What is my what am I gonna fill myself with? Boredom? I'm already
Shoot some
filled with
ladders.
that. Yeah.
Monopoly. Break.
Uno.
Time to learn chess.
Well, that's one good thing. I haven't had a problem at a Best Buy because
Yeah.
I bought my warranty through Best Buy, and they already told me straight up, if anything ever happens, we already know you. We just replaced the whole damn console because they know that I'm not gonna be BSing around. I don't got time to be BSing around. I mean, plus I got my boys up there working the GameStop on I-240, the one I go to. So
Yeah, but same here. My boy took care of me pretty nice when my Oculus Quest 2 got messed up. I didn't have the receipt. I didn't have nothing. I threw everything away because I was being dumb,
right.
And I didn't get the warranty on it. So he was like, okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a return exchange on this. You're gonna buy the warranty. If it fucks up again, you're gonna go to that other store. Say you got the warranty. Go get it same day. There you go. Done.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you
Because
can't find
because I
places
know-
like that anymore.
No, you
Exactly.
can't.
You gotta
No, you
know. you gotta know someone, you know, you gotta know somebody who knows somebody. You gotta be shopping there for a long time. You gotta do something. With
Right.
customer service, you know, it's not exactly gotten easy on the sales consultant part. I'll say that, you know. Personally, I work in
Yeah.
retail. I won't disclose where, but you know, I'll say that, you know, I'm tired of telling customers to pull their damn mask back up. You know, stop getting so close. Stop touching everything. You know, everything like that. Company
Six-
handled it real
6 feet.
well at first. You know, 6 feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
back up. Back
Like,
the
you're
fuck
too-
up.
You're like, you're too damn
Put it
close.
over your nose, please. I hate it when they're like this. Like one customer at my new location, he was like this. He just had his mouth all exposed. I was just like, dude, what the hell?
It's much more beautiful when you're like trying to work and they're like over your shoulder, breathing nice and hard.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
ASMR going.
Next
Oh,
ASMR
yeah.
streamer.
What you doing? Breath all in your face? Like oh, dude, come on, man. Seriously.
Or they clearly see I'm helping somebody. Can I get some help over here? Oh my god.
Like,
Oh god, man.
all right, well, moving right along because we're getting ready to wrap this up.
Okay.
Some other news to go ahead and get into was that BioWare lost two big key people, and that would be Mr. Casey Hudson from and Mark Dara, I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, call me if I'm wrong. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I have a sinking suspicion that these guys, as well as oh god, I'm trying to pull up their names, but there's two key figures that used to work for Sony's studio, Japanese studios as well. They did Gravity Rush and Ico.
I know now. I know the game Gravity Rush and Ico. I don't know. I think they should just honestly just close the whole damn studio down already at this point. Because I mean, you don't already lost the main two people who I think made. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They made like the magic possible, right? They made it what it was. Correct.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, just close the whole fucking thing down. Don't even try it. You're gonna get more people pissed off at you. Don't even try it.
Yeah, because a lot of people were kind of concerned about that because they were wondering like, in regards to BioWare, they're kind of like, oh god, is this gonna like, screw the next Dragon Age up? And EA came out stating that no, the train is still on the track.
Don't. You're gonna make fans angry. Come on, you only got two credible
come on.
recent releases, semi-recent, should I say, that kept you afloat for a minute. All right, I'm not hating on EA for anyone that thinks I'm hating on EA, but I'm just saying, like, come on, guys. You had Jedi Fallen Order, in my opinion, which was a good entry, and then you had there was like one other game. Come on, guys, remind me. There's like one other game I think that EA had going for him at the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like this. We're gonna have to see because, if they somehow or another lucked out and got key people in place that can fill those shoes, then we'll have to see. I mean, dude, I'm one of those ones where it's like, I'll put it out there and we'll see how it goes. But what I was getting at is like, even with the guys I was talking about for the Sony Japan, is that those two went to go open up their own studio, and I'm kind of wondering to myself, like, wouldn't it be a damn hoot, a proverbial slap in the face, if they like sometime in the near future announce they're joining Xbox Game Studios?
Dude, at that fucking point, who knows what's gonna happen.
And that's also what I'm getting at with Mr. Hudson and Mark Dara as well. Is I'm kind of wondering to myself, like, with all the big recruitment that's going on, especially with the new studio that ZeniMax is opening up,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to remember who it is still doing a bunch of hiring under Xbox Game Studios. Well, I know the initiative. I think is still trying to bring on some more people. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised or shocked if these two guys, while somehow or another, are tweeting that. Oh yeah, well we're now under Xbox Game Studios. Just want to let everybody know that we got here safe.
Okay.
Would be no surprise.
Be like, shoot, you have people in that tweet like, all right, hold on a second, back up. It's cool. It's cool you got there, but where the hell did this come from?
I mean, shit, dude. Like all these, like when Microsoft announcing like all these partnerships, all these like acquirements that they've done in like the last 6 months, man. They've just been like, all right, fuck it, hold my beer. We're gonna go. We're gonna go all in. They're just like, hold on, let me just get one studio over here. All right, I want another big company over here. Oh, and don't forget, we're gonna grab Bethesda, so grab that too. We'll just throw it all in the pot.
It's like they're walking through Walmart and shit.
Yeah, walking through Walmart electronics section, you find that one deal, and you're like, all right, cool, man. Like I found this. You came there for something completely different, but you found this, right? And then you find this other shit, and then you walk out with a TV, some other shit, some kind of like bomb ass headphones, a Blu-ray player, all this shit.
Oh,
all this
yeah.
random ass shit.
And don't forget 2 pounds of grapes.
Fucking, I'll walk out of there with a pack of booze, man. Just like, I'll just be like, how did I walk out of here with all this shit? I'll check my receipt, and I'm just like, how?
It's Walmart, man. What do you expect? You're like, shoot. You're like, man, don't ask questions. You know what's up.
Man.
But like I said, the significance of it is that Hudson himself worked on, because it's funny you bring up Knights of the Republic. He's one of the masterminds behind it, and he's one of the co-creators of Mass Effect. So him alone is pretty big. If Phil and Matt outstretched those arms and just pulled them in, saying, "Hey, partner, let's holler at you for a second."
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. No.
Right.
What? I'm. It's escaping me. There was one other game that EA released that they had going for it. I forget. There's one other game. I don't remember what it was.
Was it Anthem? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Oh my god, that disrespect. The disrespect.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you had to do it.
I'm sorry. That was terribly unsporting of me.
I know it was Jedi and fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna name the second game as the Dead Space franchise, because that really, back in the day, that held EA up hard.
Yeah, come to think of it. Yeah, come to think of it, it's funny because any of y'all heard a rumor going around of something about they are supposedly working on a new Dead Space?
I thought the studio closed down. I thought they just stopped working on it.
Yeah, but they still own the IP.
Yeah, but who's gonna do it now?
EA is like this, man. They own that, and that also kind of like irks me with even Sony and especially Microsoft. They own a ton of bomb ass IPs, and they're just sitting on them. I mean, to be fair, yes, you do have to look at the current market and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like the demand is there, man. How many times you got to keep hearing people attacking you with, "Hey, where's a new Banjo?" Right. Or in the case of Sony, "Hey, where's a new?" Yeah, where's
like
there's a rumor.
I'm gonna go there straight first. Where's Infamous?
There's a rumor about maybe possibly seeing him at the VGAs. We'll have to see.
I'd lose it. That would just be it for me. I would just walk out the door. You see me.
Yeah, but to me, it's like hey, where's the new Legend of Dragoon? What's going on? That was,
Right.
so yeah, all of them are guilty of it, and EA is the most guiltiest. So it would be kind of interesting if all of a sudden out of nowhere, you know what, guys, we decided to bring back Road Rash. Huh? Wait, what? A lot of people look at him like, wait a minute, what was Road Rash again?
Right.
So I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to see. But bringing it on to a close, and piggybacking off the VGAs thing, they have the vote system live now. So if any of y'all haven't voted yet, please do go ahead.
I have already. Yeah, and that's what me, Relly, and Diamond, and Nelson, we were all going over what we like our votes and everything like that. And our podcast crossed into like 3 hours. It just got out of hand, man.
So,
fast.
But yeah, definitely. If y'all get a chance, log on in, drop your vote. And also, because the VGAs are Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, which is next week, and you all know Wednesday is when I do the round table. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably not going. Well, no. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead.
I think it may be Thursday. I'm double checking that.
Oh, okay. If you got it up in front of you, yeah. But like
Thursday.
I said, it's Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Okay, you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Apple better not lie to me now.
Wait, who?
Apple, the calendar on the phone, I sure hope it's not lying to me.
Man, you never know.
You never know.
It's Apple, man.
Theories, man. They might be plotting something with PlayStation, man. I'm just saying.
Just to get back at Microsoft.
You know what? We took Fortnite off the phones. You know what? It's okay.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to see what we do with the TV adaptation, because with the TV, at least Sony will be able to cut in on the pie a little bit better. They might not be able to go past Microsoft whatsoever, but you'll still be able to go.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see what's going to happen at VGAs. I know something's probably going to go down. I know they tease like a Halo like thing for it.
Yeah, some people are expecting to see an updated trailer for Hellblade 2 as well as something.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope. I still haven't finished the first one. Guilty. Okay. Still haven't finished the first one, but I need to get on it. I'm so backlogged. Like, I'm just about to call my backlog of games the infinite backlog at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, Tuck, what do you think they might try to show at the VGAs, both Microsoft and Sony?
Oh, hey, well, Sony, I don't give a damn what Sony show. All I care about is one. All I care about is one system only, and that is the Xbox Series X, and that's it. I'm
still upset that you have one and I don't.
Oh well.
I'm upset that you have one and I don't.
Hey, Reaper, you would have had yours. You would have had yours a long time ago. Yes, you would have had yours a long time ago.
I already have mine. I know where it is. I just don't have the money for the short, nice little delivery of it. I know where it is.
But I'm just saying.
I know where it is, but at the same time, I'm actually not really worried.
See, I should have gotten the damn Series X. I should have. All right.
But see, if you would have done the girl right, you'd have had it already.
But again, it's just for the delivery, and because all I have to patiently do is wait, I don't need to do jack shit. So
she would have gave it. She would have came and gave it to you.
Delivered it to my house,
the actual income to give the delivery. So again, it's moot point, and I win no matter what I do. So that's I legitimately had so much fun this morning that I am kind of in a information overdrive, but I'm having fun. So that is kind of the moot point of my whole point of existence.
That's good.
I'm supposed to have fun as a gamer, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But my next voyage into the unknown has to do with the xCloud. So what I'm probably waiting for, if I had to guess, for the rest of the mystery to be unlocked, is I have to get an actual workable iPhone Pro phone.
Don't do iPhone. Don't forget it. Buy a Samsung product.
Okay, all right, I'll take that for consideration. I phones are a little bit different when it comes to my brain, so
Yeah.
I've
set up on both platforms, but I'm telling you right now, if you want it to work the best, Android. Period.
Yeah, well, I knew that the first time. That was the lesson one that I took.
Right.
But anything has to be 5G or it doesn't work regardless. And we're still waiting for the 5G universal update, so patience is key. And I can sit here and wait. It's just a delivery tuck, so I'm not really necessarily waiting for anything other than gratification.
I'm
And
glad
because
that,
the money is
I'm
not
glad that you
mine,
can wait.
I'm simply just patiently waiting.
I'm glad that you can wait. Me myself personally, I would.
And also, I
I
keep
would
saying
just
this
leave
to the
it.
culture that we all live and breathe in. I use gaming as entertainment as a relief. And right now I'm happy just watching my boy play COD, and I'm happy doing double shots on the fly. So mood point. I'm content waiting and being patient for Series X to mold into something a little bit more refined to actually be entertaining for me personally. And as I said before, I do this for PvP relief. I don't actually do this for single player. If I want single player story narrative education, I can read a book. Okay, that's how that works. Because I actually know how to read. So the annoying issue that I find with this is that everybody is different. Everybody requires certain entertainment in gaming. That's why gaming is for everybody.
Well said.
All right. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and move to the outros. Tech Storm, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, sir. You guys can find me on twitch.tv/TechStorm. I do live stream there occasionally. Now that I have my capture card, I'll be live streaming more. You can also find me on Twitter at TechStorm Gaming, as well on Instagram at TechStorm. That's pretty much it. Oh, and you can also find me on the Technical Difficulties podcast, happening every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There you go.
Be there, sucker.
Yeah, be there. Be square. I'm gonna knock you out.
Sucker.
Yeah. And I want to remind all the OGs, especially if we come from community engagement from the arcade, especially on the island or down in Australia or anywhere where everything is just community based. We're all kind of learning this new brand as a whole community. So even if you don't like something, just listen to what people have to say because it might educate you in further future in depth in refinement. But that's why I know where it is, and because I know where it is, and it's just going to wait there for me, I'm not in any hurry.
If I were you, I'd be impatient. I'd be calling them up every damn day. Where's my
but
shit?
again, I'm also
You know where it is.
I'm the writing alpha, so again, I don't actually need to do anything but sit and be patient.
Nah, I would go there myself and go grab that shit.
Yeah, I would if I actually had a car and if
Yeah,
seriously.
I ain't got no car. I'm gonna make it work. It's cool.
Well, on that note,
I had to do this all on a self-teach educational course. I'm doing quite well, so I'm actually quite having fun. So it's just it's a learning curve. Everybody has one.
all right. Well,
So I
on
take
that
a
note,
look and find what it is.
okay. On that note, moving on. ODT, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
For right now, everybody can find me in answerable form on Twitter and at ThomasBarker61. And everybody can find me right on this name by Instagram. And I'm slowly starting to prepare for my birthday. My birthday is in 10 days from now, or about 11, we shall say. And we're going to have a wonderful holiday, I think. But,
There you go.
at the same time, I'm kind of just learning this all myself. But I'm having fun because I'm slowly recharging, and recharging is key.
All right. And Tuck, you still there, man? I'm trying.
He TKO'd. That
Mm,
man.
No, his mic unmuted for a second, and I heard somebody talking, and then he
he's
muted
like
back up. So
He's like,
Okay, I'm back. I'm
like-
here. I'm here,
he's
y'all.
like-
I'm here.
He's like Nelson. That one
here.
day when he knocked out.
No, I'm here. Yeah,
Nah.
everybody. This your boy. This your boy DJ Tuckmaster. You can reach me at on Instagram, Twitter, mainly the Xbox, and mainly when we do these podcasts with these nice group of gentlemen that I'm always doing these podcasts with. We're a good group of guys. I always have said that, and I'm gonna always be truthful. These are a good group of guys, and we just talk about really based tongue to the casual fans, to the casual Xbox guys, to the casuals Xbox and PS guys. We ain't talking about the Sony ponies. We know they come in here, want to turn around and cause havoc, but we don't want to hear that. We just talk about the casuals, that you know about these consoles, that you know what's going wrong with them and what's not going wrong with them, and being truthful to gamers. And just enjoy both consoles. If you got both of them, enjoy both of them. If you
That's what I'm
don't,
saying, it's not hard.
just enjoy the one that you like.
It's not hard.
That's
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. I got a
No.
PS5. I slandering nobody, calling nobody out they name, none of that. It's fine.
No.
It's fine. I'm perfectly neutral. You can be like this. Peace on earth, okay?
Well,
Peace on earth.
it's,
I mean,
it's easy to be that way when you're playing your games. Yeah, you got these games for a reason when you're
You
playing
better
them,
game on.
Yeah, But
I mean, guys, let's just be truthful. The whole doggone matter. I mean, it's like that's the reason why. If somebody, that's the reason why when you get people like this young man that's on here now, what's his name, Techstorm?
Storm.
Like Techstorm, when you get somebody who's got a PS5, we want to ask questions about he got one. He's gonna be truthful about it. Now, if he would have asked me about what's going on with Xbox, I would have told him the same thing. I haven't had any problems with mine. Mine is whisper quiet. You hardly hear the thing even run. I haven't had a game crash. I have used my Blu-ray player. And my Blu-ray player run beautifully. But like I said, some people's having problems with theirs. Some people are not. That's going along with every system out there. So let's get this stuff straight. So, hey, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that.
Put a little finesse on it there at the end. You got it.
Well,
I
I just want everybody to be truthful.
Amen. That's all we want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
yeah, that's all it comes down to, and that brings me to my closing. It's in the end, it's all right. It's all right to go for whichever brand you prefer. It's the same as like with sports teams, with luncheon meat, bread. Some people like Marita, some people like Sunbeam. We can all get along. We're all going to make a sandwich at the end of the day.
Damn lunch meat, man. Damn lunch meat.
You'd be surprised, man. I'm gonna be.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Nothing bad about it.
you make the P.
different. It don't matter.
Dude, you make the
we all wanna
PS5.
enjoy the actual deliciousness of the entertainment at the end of the day. No
Dude,
matter-
are you trying to say the PS5 is some lunch meat?
Yes, yes,
Some
yes,
digital
baloney.
lunch
I mean, I'm
meat,
sorry.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Oh my god.
You
Let
know,
me stop. Let me
say
stop.
that. You know, I was gonna say that too.
Just hold on. Let me calm down real quick. Calm down.
But at the end of the day, everybody, it's like this. All right, you can still get and enjoy amazing things from whichever brand you pick. So on that note, I want everybody to go out there, try that Dragon Quest. If you got the Game Pass,
I will do that. I got that downloaded now. I gotta try that eventually.
And you said Dragon Quest 11?
11S Definitive Edition.
yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, that is right. This is supposedly all right. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is more or less a director's cut. So I believe there's bonus content available in it compared to the original version that was on the PlayStation. So I'm
Hold on. Post this man's comment. Put it up on the screen. He said, "Oh, I see that Mr. Textor made it onto the podcast after I did. I see you. Look, man, I was playing some games. I had to test some stuff out. All right, I got some exciting stuff to share on technical difficulties whenever we air next. So stay tuned."
All right. So once again, on that note, everybody, just get out there and enjoy your weekend, and most importantly, enjoy your gaming. Good night, everybody.
Game happy.
Good night,
everybody.
y'all. All right.